And I'm back with the madness. I'm a champion of the people who don't believe in champions. I got nothing but dreams inside. I got nothing but dreams. I'm just young enough to still believe, still believe. But young enough not to know what to believe. If I can live through this, if I can live through this, if I can live through this, I can do anything. If I can live through this, if I can live through this, if I can live through this, I can do anything.
Year after year, TCU Athletics continues to strive for greatness, making program history and redefining what is considered normal across all of its programs. 2017-2018 was no different. The Horned Frogs saw teams prove themselves against doubt, fulfill long-awaited dreams, and continue legacies. Everyone could feel it from the start. Returning 17 starters, TCU football had an experienced team that few expected for greatness, a sleeping giant. After a quick start and a handling of the Hogs in Fayetteville, the nation started to take notice of the Horned Frogs.
I'm going TCU, and all of a sudden after tonight, people are going to be talking about TCU.
As the season progressed, TCU powered through opponent after opponent. The West Virginia game even welcomed ESPN's College Game Day with a winning prediction from Lee Corso.
Give me Super Frog!
That became reality a few hours later. The Frogs would boast their third season of the last 4 years with 11 total wins, including a dominating performance against Stanford at the Valero Alamo Bowl. Football success was joined in the fall by soccer, swimming, and diving, and volleyball. Under the leadership of Eric Bell, TCU soccer continues to make huge strides for the program. With another winning season on their hands, the Frogs fought their way to the championship round of the Big 12 tournament and solidified their spot in the NCAA for the second straight year. Along the way, TCU soccer would see 5 players earn all Big 12 accolades. Making waves, TCU's swimming and diving program cleaned house this year. After stellar performances all season, the team smashed 8 school records over the year. 3 of those were broken by the women's 4-meter medley team of Maddie Ibrahim, Michaela Romer, and Devin Newton. Those 3, plus the addition of Claire Munster, would go on to break a school record and the runner-up spot of the Big 12 championships in the 200-meter medley relay. Moving back to the court, TCU volleyball dealt with a persistent season of trials and triumph. The Horned Frogs would find their rewards toward the end of the season, advancing to their 3rd straight postseason appearance in the revived NIVC tournament. Anna Walsh earned all Big 12 and ABCA All-Region accolades, while TCU's own Joe Kramer will become the 3rd head coach inducted into the TCU Letterman's Hall of Fame. As the year progressed, more teams began competition. Among those, TCU Rifle, a program that's become a juggernaut amongst its challengers. The 2017-2018 team defended its well-earned status at the NCAA championships this year, shooting a respectable 3rd place and winning its 3rd straight Patriot Rifle Conference title. This was the program's 12th straight year to see the NCAA championships. Talk about a legacy. Speaking of legacies, TCU Athletics has another in the making. The men's tennis team clinched back-to-back Big 12 championships and tournament trophies in 2017. This season to date, they've been ranked as high as number 8 in the nation, scoring 6 wins over ranked opponents. The women's team has been fighting all season, propelled by Sasha Zanovka's at-large bid to the Oracle ITA National Fall Championships. The team has cracked the top 25 this spring.
It's about to go down. In a minute, let me touch
If the first year of TCU basketball under head coach Jamie Dixon was exciting, the second was absolutely exhilarating. Following a 2017 NIT championship, much was expected from this men's team. They needed to prove last year wasn't just a one-off, but the new norm.
It's game time.
all, TCU would post over 20 wins this year, 9 of those in Big 12 play. More wins than the Frogs have seen in any conference in 17 years. Watching these feats was a fun ride for the players and fans, and they didn't go unnoticed by others. For the first time in 20 years, TCU basketball went dancing in the NCAA tournament. The achievement that these players earned under Coach Dixon laid the groundwork for exciting years to come. Not to be outdone, the women's team showed that TCU is now all about its basketball. Multiple times throughout this season, the team broke into the top 25 nationally, a feat not seen since 2010. In doing so, they gathered the most wins for a TCU women's basketball team since 2008, and tied for the 4th most wins in program history. The cherry on top for this sprinkle-loving team, the historical semifinal appearance in the WNIT, the 15th postseason appearance in the last 18 years.
It's game time.
Women's golf teed off to a good year this season, tying for second at the Mary S. Kouth Invite and nabbing 2 top 5 finishes. The team would also go on to record 4 eagles at the Ping ASU Invitational. On par with the women's team, the TCU men's golf team came close to breaking into the top 25 with a national ranking of 27. They won both the Mission Inn Spring Spectacular and were the champions of the Wexford Plantation Intercollegiate. As we've grown accustomed, TCU baseball had a hot start to the 2018 season with a preseason top 10 ranking. The team featured 2 preseason All-Americas, Jared Janczak and Lucan Baker. And after running the bases against UT Rio Grande Valley, Coach Jim Schlossnagle won his 700th career game. Since spring began, beach volleyball has been digging and diving. The team started this year ranked 13th and opened the season winning 3 of their first 4 matches. The Frogs spent their spring break competing along the West Coast, honing their skills where the sport was born. Junior Jalen Green and senior Jillian Bergeson have totaled over 40 career victories, taking the number 1 and 2 spots in school history. Back of the saddle, TCU Equestrian wasn't horsing around. Seriously. The team garnered 4 NCEA All-America selections and 7 All-Big 12 selections. Collectively, the team was propelled to a number 6 national ranking, entering the NCEA National Championship. We wrap it up by taking a look at our fastest Frogs. TCU finished out 2017-2018 ranked in the top 10 of the 400, triple jump, 4x400 meter relay, and discus. Track and field's 4x400 relay and Scotty Newton's triple jump scored 2 individual Big 12 champion spots at the Indoor Big 12 Championships. Overall, TCU ranks in the top 3 in 8 events inside the Big 12. As the 2017-2018 season rolls into its final leg, the opportunity for excellence remains. These Horned Frogs know they're setting the stage for each of their programs. It's their time to compete, their time to shine, their time to win. It's time for TCU Athletics.